Welcome back to another session of Fomoria, an actual play podcast for the very soon launching Kickstarter for the Fomoria RPG. I am so excited to jump back into our story. My name is Brian Kershaw, and I am your host and game master, as well as the host and game master for Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. And a fun fact about me, I have never ever been caving, because that sounds like a terrible way to die. Our adventurers will soon discover the same. But let me tell you about who those adventurers are. First up, we have Bill, who looks like he's convinced that Drell will definitely survive.
This is all news that we're about to die. You didn't prep us for this.
I think it came up once or twice of, hey, Mork Borg's really deadly, right?
Fair. Hi, I'm Bill. I am playing Drell, our darkness-curious archer.
And Bill, have you ever been caving?
God, no. I'm claustrophobic. You cannot pay me enough to go into a cave.
How did we talk you into... we talked you into playing this game because you can make deals with Eldritch entities. That's right.
Bingo.
It's all coming together. Next up, we have Phoenix.
That's me. Hi, everyone. I'm Phoenix, and I am playing Jat, the Kairos courtier. And I have never been caving nor spelunking, nor will I ever do so. I'm 6'5", over 300. I think if there is a body type that is not meant for caving, I am it.
And next up, we have Jeff.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jeff. I'll be playing Xylus, the pangolin battlemaster.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
And caves are best viewed from afar and in the open air.
Highly reasonable. And lastly, Hannah.
Hello, I am Hannah. I am playing Mork the Raum, who is kind of a paladin. Kind of, maybe, sort of. And have I ever been caving? I am a tiny 5'1" gremlin that easily fits into dark spaces and holes. And yes, absolutely. In fact, just a few years ago, I went and did a 2-hour tour of a cave, and it got really, really dark and deep down in there. I fell down a hole, messed up my shoulder just a little bit, saw a bunch of really cool fossils, and almost got stuck a few times, and I would love to do it again.
All right, so have I got great news about the RPG you're going to really get
Yay!
Yeah, and you're already seeing, 3 other fossils.
Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
No wonder the one that does like caving is the one that wanted to burn the only way in and out of the cave.
I was perfectly fine staying there forever.
All right, and let's talk about exactly what Morok was going to burn. On our last session, I'm getting a big thumbs up from Hannah, so the answer is everything, like most of these party members. On our last session, the characters were enlisted as part of an effort to find people who are going missing from the White Forest Shrine. They communicated with the Eldritch who guards this place, a mysterious creature made of mushrooms and bones called the White Fingers. Not only did they manage to get some information, but they also managed to gain an Eldritch boon. And Bill's character Drell made the first of probably many pacts with various Eldritch beings. And gained the ability to summon up a mushroom-like creature by burying the dead, and continuing to expand the White Fingers forest. The group made their way to a pit in the ground, guarded by a couple of outcasts. A decisive battle later, full of flying, swordsmanship, taunting pangolins, and also immolation, and the outcasts surrendered. And our group, known as a cabal, discovered that the various townsfolk had been led away by someone named Morgaska, who had a strange whistle that compelled people to follow her. After, let's say, robbing these bandits, the players made their way down into this cavern, which had a pit filled with roses and a tunnel leading further inwards. Before they were able to find out what was inside, we wrapped up the session and left it on a cliffhanger. So we are back.
So unlike you, Brian.
I know.
Also, don't forget we stuffed our ears with cotton and other various things. Ding.
I think it was ripped cloth off of one of the outcast clothes, and then a bunch of cotton from Morok's neck.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wool. Yes. Because I stared at, I forget who, but I stared at them. I was like,
It was Jot.
Of course it was. I have the things right here. That would work.
All right, so before you proceed inside, the very first thing I'm going to need from all of you is I'm going to need you to choose one of the players to roll a d6.
Jot volunteers as tribute and rolls at 6.
You got a 6?
I got a 6. I
All
don't know if
right.
that's good or bad.
I don't know either.
6
We'll
horrific
find out.
eldritch beings attack.
Yay!
What order are you going to walk into this tunnel in? And is there anything that you're doing before heading inside?
GM, I did have a quick question for you.
Yes.
Regarding my boon from the White Fingers, you said I had to bury a body. How intricate do I have to do this? Am I good do I have to go through a whole ceremony, or can I kind of just cover a corpse with dirt?
The good news is you don't need to perform any kind of funeral or any kind of ritual like that. You do need to completely cover the body so that none of it is visible. And then there is an incantation that Drell would say to call up the Death Cap Cortege.
The second question then is, if I recall correctly, we also tossed one of the bodies of the outcast.
You lit him on fire and then kicked him in a pit.
Mm-hmm. Is he down here amongst the ground floor where we have ended up?
He is.
Then I would like to take a quick moment to cover him with dirt and speak a little incantation.
Very well. So Drell kind of gets down with this dead Corvid's body and is heaping some of the loamy soil over it. Bill, spend a point of weird and roll your character's occult.
Okay. And
Drell, I'm not sure if you know this, but it seems as though you are getting the food dirty.
oh, don't worry, I'm bringing a friend along. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
I had to clear my throat, the clear to Narakta.
Necktie. So after speaking your incantation, there is a moment of stony silence in this pit, and then you see a few white mushrooms with orange caps beginning to rise from among the sediment. And then a hand bursts up, and a small figure made of bones and mushrooms wriggles out. Bill, you have gained a Death Cap Cortege. That is a little buddy that you can control for the next shift.
I have a little friend.
Yes. Zot has been here the whole time.
Oh, that is fantastic character art, Brian.
Thank you. All right, so are you all beginning to make your way into this tunnel?
I mean, Morok is already headed down it. Morok is singularly focused. Morok is going. Morok is especially not sticking around for the Eldritch incantation. Morok is far away.
Well, as Morok walks away, quick question on the roses.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to me, a human, roses growing underground in a dark cave is weird.
Absolutely.
Is that weird here?
There are plants that grow down here, but a bright red flower like this is not something that Jot is familiar with.
No. Roses do not grow here. Not in the stone. Not in darkness. Nope. All wrong.
All of this is wrong.
And Phoenix, can I get a presence roll from you?
Yes,
Or
you can.
Or occult, whichever you'd prefer. I think it's going to be occult.
Yes. That is going to be at a +2. 12.
Okay, a 12 is enough to pass. You know that almost sickly bright red is a color that has been associated with the Red Plague. This is a almost consumptive sickness that can affect various folk and is part of what drove the folk down below the surface into the strata in the first place.
Uh-oh.
No, 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 no. All wrong. All wrong. Roses. Roses, red plague. Very bad. Very, very bad. Don't step on them. Don't step on them.
We must continue onwards. Idling here could be our doom.
Fine, fine. Step on them. This is how we die.
Do not step on them. Watch your feet. But
Wasn't
keep
the entire
moving.
floor covered?
It's like a mat of these things.
Oh, okay. Fire.
Yeah, this does seem like a good place to institute the prime philosophy. Burn it.
Do you set the floor on fire on your way through?
I would probably put a, cloth or something over my mouth before doing so. But sure.
Just gonna pull out some more of your neck fringe.
Yeah.
Tragically, wool is very breathable.
Yeah. It's like a layer of wool, and then the cloth. It's very, hot in there, but, we're underground, so it's fine.
You all are able to set this room ablaze as you exit it, with presumably no ill effects.
Presumably.
You make your way into this tunnel, and it is damp. The walls are all made of slightly loose dirt, and you see occasional little bits of soil kind of crumble. Water runs almost oozing through this muddy ground.
So one little thing as we're going through, so as a Kairos, I am able to fly for a number of rounds equal to my agility, which is 3.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as I can, I'm going to be gliding and if I can.
This will be much too tight.
Oh, okay. I am very agile, but very well.
You are small, so you are not brushing against anything. But occasionally, Drell's horns and Morok's horns will hit the ceiling a little bit, and you have to kind of walk slightly hunched through here. At about halfway through the tunnel, you look in your lantern light and see the wriggling of various insects all over the ground. There are all manner of sightless worms, colored bright yellows and soft pinks and mauves, that seem to be wriggling around trying to get at some of the water that's oozing through this place. Occasionally, one will fall off of the ceiling, landing on your shoulder or hitting the back of a hand.
Ugh.
Do you press on?
Yeah?
The quicker we can be through this, the better.
The good news is, eventually the tunnel does open up. It does weave, though, in this serpentine fashion, almost feeling like some great and terrible worm might have carved this out in eons ago. But it does eventually open up into a large area. This room is much wider, and you have a much easier time breathing in here. Looking about, you see clear signs of work that has been done. People have gone through this place with tools, and there is another pit. There is also a door.
Looking around, question for you, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
So my motivation for being here was my missing sibling. As I look around, do I see anything or can I find anything that might indicate their presence or former presence in this area?
Give me a presence roll.
Presence. Oh, well, that's one of Bill's rolls. That's a 4, so 5.
So Jot is kind of flicking his ears about. He's looking around the room, but nothing's really jumping out to him. You look closer at that door, and it looks like it's made of chitin. While peering at the edge of that pit without getting too close, because Jot doesn't want to get too close, you're able to see there is a rope ladder that has been staked into the ground with 2 metal spikes.
Do I know anything about bug-like eldritch entities or like famous bug-like eldritch entities?
Nothing immediate.
Okay.
There are certainly all manner of burrowing, digging things in the strata of Fomoria, but there's nothing that immediately jumps to your mind.
Okay.
Can I actually get a presence test from everybody?
Okay.
I have a 5.
Ooh, natural 20, 21.
15.
5 for a 6.
All right. I wasn't going to have Phoenix roll again because you had made a presence test originally, but you got a nat 20, so I'm going to give it to you.
You did say everyone.
Better.
I did. So while Drell is taking a moment to look at that large chitin door, which has what appear to be strange runes carved on it,
Ooh.
and Xylus is kind of keeping close, ready with the Inferno Tyrant Hammer. Morok and Jot are just barely able to pick up a sound. It seems that maybe the walls of this place kind of absorb sound, muffling it in a way, because otherwise it should be very easy to hear the clattering and clamor that is coming from that pit. Do you guys relay that information?
Yes.
But these are such cool runes.
Listen, do you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Why?
What is it?
Listen, the pit. Noises in the pit. Bad things in the pit. Why is it talking to us?
This place steals sound. It is far too quiet. The noises should be louder.
No. Jad does not like this story.
And yet it is ours to tell. What should our next moves be?
Well, I have one suggestion. Don't set the rope ladder on fire.
Fine.
Can I look down the pit and see if we can see anything coming up? Maybe take a shot at something climbing?
Absolutely. Drell kind of gets to the edge of this pit, and you see that the rope ladder has been partially wrapped up, so it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. It looks like at about the halfway mark, it was all tied together.
Huh.
And down below, you can see movement. There are people down there, or pardon me, there are folk down there, moving around, scrambling, and there's light, at least for now.
Could... Oh, go ahead.
I will inform my companions of all of this, including the folk down at the bottom, light for now, and then the rope ladder looks like it's tied up about halfway down.
So, might be a long stretch, or a long shot, but I just want to see if I can try. And, get to the edge of the pit, and hold one of the acid vials in front of the lantern, and attempt to use the glass of the vial as, a focuser, to kind of turn the light into a flashlight, and see if I can, focus in on stuff down there. Like I said, it might be a long shot.
Definitely a long shot.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though. I like where you're going with this. So, I tell you what. I will let you make an agility test.
Okay.
To try and get the angle just right to be able to kind of do a spotlight like that.
Okay. I will attempt. Oh, 21.
All right, that's definitely enough. Using the glass from your acid vials, you're able to kind of shine that in such a way that it reflects down, and you're able to cast kind of a beam of light. You see folk who are rushing around. They're throwing debris at the far end of the room. There is blood everywhere. And you spot a familiar-looking figure. In fact, you quickly see several familiar faces of people from the White Forest Shrine.
And none of them are reacting to this light shining on them?
It looks like their attention is very focused on something else down there.
With no ladder, should we try the door?
There is a ladder, it's just tied up halfway. So you'd basically need to pull it all the way up and then kind of undo some ties on it. and
Or
then
I
it would
can
be
take
able to
care
go
of
all the
it.
way down.
I'm going to fly down and... Actually, I was going to say I'm going to fly down and untie the ladder. I'm not. I'm going to fly down, and I'm going to risk a peek. Because if we're seeing all sorts of folk down here, and I think my siblings down here, Jot just leans over into the pit. They're not gone. Might not be too late. And yeah, I'm just going to dive down and take a look.
Okay. Phoenix, tell me about Jot's sibling. Are they also a Kairos?
Yes, I think this is, we'll say, my sister, Jira. And I'm sorry, I was not prepared for that. We be tight. And I mean, I guess what I do know is that in the court of the Mirages clan that I am a part of, the clan is everything. This is how we stay together. We are always looking out for each other. So if there is even the slightest chance that I can find Jira down here, that is worth the danger. And so, yeah, I look to the three of you. Yeah, Ja will be right back. This is a terrible idea. Terrible idea. I love this idea.
Did you untie the ladder?
I'm sure that's fine.
I trust Jacques.
Not doing that yet.
Okay. Jot spreads his wings, flaps down, and there is a noticeable change as you get down into this pit. The air down here is damp, and it smells of sweat and rot. There are people who are scrambling around, trying to grab tools off the ground. They are picking up various pieces of wood and some broken mushroom stalks and trying to pile them into the back corner as you can hear the sounds of clattering and smashing from something beyond whatever that makeshift barricade is. Amidst the kind of frenzy of movement, there's been a single lantern that is set up in front of this barricade, and you recognize some familiar faces. You do briefly spot Jira. You spot a snake-like folk named Hista. You see Larmalon the Sun-Scaled, and a wolf named Yotna. You also see a number of corpses upon the floor.
So as I clear kind of the walls, and I'm now in the kind of open area proper, how large is this area that I am now seeing?
You're looking at a pit straight down, probably about 20 feet across. It goes down for 30 feet, but then it opens up once it hits that floor. So there's an area that's very clearly been carved away out of the dirt and stone. And that forms a large, wide tunnel that leads deeper into the cavern.
And that's where all of the folk...
Yeah, that's where everybody's gathered and is piling all this stuff.
One more question before I decide what to do next. So there's the barricade that they all seem to be throwing more and more. How far ahead of me is that?
From where you are, that's probably about maybe 30 feet.
Okay. I am very tempted to just fly over and find Jira, but this doesn't look great, and it seems like they're clearly trying to hold something back. I will go ahead and fly back up. I will untie the ladder and then fly back up to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's very, very bad. They're building a barricade. I don't know what they're trying to keep out. Everything we've seen. Roses, roses, roses to hide it. Worms are eating. Worms are cleaning it. Pits to hold it. Whatever it is, real bad.
Jot, who? Who's holding back what?
Don't know. Can't be good. Nothing good.
You can all just barely hear the sound of a crack from that pit.
I will begin descending the ladder.
Okay.
I will follow.
I'll pick up my little guy and descend after.
Little
right.
piggyback ride.
And does Jot fly back down?
Yeah, I'll be first down the hole.
Your little
All
guy
right.
with more hit points than any of us?
Oh yeah, I've got all the hit points. Both of them.
The group of you managed to make your way down that ladder. The ground here is covered in stone and dirt and loam and soil. You see more of these turned up, smashed roses everywhere. And whenever the flowers are just trod down, you see they ooze a little bit of blood.
Burn it, burn it, burn it to the ground.
Fascinating.
Maybe we don't start a fire where all the folk are.
The barricade reels, and it makes another loud snapping sound and trembles. There is something scratching and ripping and tearing at it.
We should get who we're here for and leave as quickly as possible.
I'm going to fly straight to Jira.
And just as you reach the folk, there is another loud snap, and part of the barricade tumbles away.
I'm gonna instantly run over and try and push that barricade right back into its place.
As you are running in that direction, your heart lifts for a moment. Because not everyone was in this room. There's a lot of people who have vanished, and you're not seeing everybody. But you see a familiar face, but it's wrong. It's covered in thick red veins with grotesque mushrooms that are billowing up out of the skin. I am going to need initiative checks.
Oh, okay.
And remind us all how an initiative check is going to work, please, Brian.
Not a D20.
I would love to. It's going to be a D6 plus your agility. And I'm going to put you all onto a map real quick.
I would like to announce that my initiative is 0.
That's an 8 for Morok.
Love it. Love it.
I maxed out on mine. That's a 9 for Jot.
That's a 6 for Drell.
I'll be going first next turn.
All right.
Do I need to roll for my little guy?
He'll just roll a D6 and do it flat.
All right. That is a 4.
There is blood in the air. There are creatures who were once folk who are tearing their way out of that barricade. And I'm just going to put a couple of them on the map.
So just so that I'm clear as to what I'm seeing there, so we've got things on the opposite side of the barricade, but the, like, Jira, Hista, Larmalan, they are on our side. They do not look turned?
Correct.
Okay.
So you should be seeing a couple of creatures called Plagued Ones who emerged around the edges. Jot, you are up first. What are you going to do?
I am going to fly up towards Jira, and I see there is a Plagued One right next to her. I am going to drop my smoke bomb and try to pull her out.
Okay. I don't think you need to actually roll anything to do the smoke bomb.
So for
just roll me
escapes
a
or
D4.
dramatic entrances, creates a thick smoke cloud that lasts D4. Oh, I guess I need to roll a D4. It will last 4 rounds.
Marvelous. Jot smacks a smoke bomb upon the ground and fills the area with a thick smoke, preventing anyone from seeing or being seen in that vicinity.
Jira, come on. Gotta get out. Come on. Get back.
And the Batwoman begins scrambling backwards with you.
There's a part of me that just wants to fly straight up back up the pit and leave you all behind, but I won't do that. Maybe I should.
Thank you.
I gave you the distraction. You're on your own.
Okay, so you said that this Plagued One is a familiar face. Is it the familiar face of the person I came looking, or the folk I came here looking for?
It is thankfully not.
Okay.
Because I believe you were looking for a healer named Larmalan Sunscaled.
That's okay.
And they are still alive.
All right. But
you
they're
recognize this. Yeah, you recognize that other face is like a neighbor that you've seen around the shrine.
So then Larmalan is not... Does it look like they recognized me or reacted to me being there at all?
Their attention was very focused on trying to keep that barricade up. I don't think that Jat announced himself in any way when he came down here.
Okay. I am first then going to run over to Larmalon and, like, grab them on their snake arms. And see what kind of reaction I end up getting. Like, basically I'm gonna do a grab, hesitate a moment, see what happens. And if it's a positive reaction, like, oh, it's you, I'm gonna drag them away from the fight. Otherwise, though, we'll see what happens.
You grab Larmalon by the shoulder, and he turns wielding a pickaxe. Morok, is that you?
It is.
What in the devil are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. No one knows where you went.
Are you trying to drag him back away?
Yes.
Okay. He seems very confused by your sudden arrival and is trying to hold that pickaxe to wield it against what's coming. Also, I think some of you should have a lantern. And I think Jat had a lantern as well.
No, I think I did, because Jat threw one of the other guy's lanterns at them.
Yeah, I don't think I was holding it. I used it as
a missile.
An incendiary device.
Okay.
An interrogation enhancement tool.
Exactly.
Hey, you answer the questions, you stay unignited.
The group of you now haul off your lanterns. So Morok has dragged Larmalon back. And as you're pulling him backwards away from the barricade, he looks at you with horror. No, you don't understand. They're going to be coming. There's so many of them.
Then help us form a defense back here.
What is Drell going to do?
Well, Drell was going to shoot at the northern plague one, but now he can't see much through the fog. So he'll kind of pivot around. He's going to stay towards the back a little bit, but he will pivot around to take a shot at the lower,
that other plagued one?
So let's see. That is my presence score, I believe. Okay. That is... I rolled a 9 plus 1 for my presence. That is a 10. I don't believe I hit.
You hear a thunk as it goes into the barricade.
Dang it. Okay. Well, nuts. Alright, that's it for me.
Are you going to send your Death Cap Cortage to assist you?
Oh, he's going straight to the front lines. That little guy is going to go fight some guys.
All right.
So he is using his fungal touch. I rolled a 10, so I don't believe that hits.
Unfortunately, no. It swings its meaty little arms at the former folk, but as it's battering against that body, it just doesn't react.
Well, he'll be up there to plug the hole a little bit.
The plagued ones are up. Bill, can your Death Cap Cortage make a agility roll to try and dodge?
Sure can. That is a 12.
All right. The first of the former folk leaps at it, but it manages to just barely climb out of the way. But from the edges of the barricade, more and more of these creatures come pouring out. Two of them swarm over Jotna and just bore him to the ground, biting and gnashing their teeth against him. One of them comes stumbling out of the smoke cloud and just crashes into Larmalon. It doesn't manage to successfully get its teeth into him, as it seems like it was distracted by the smoke, but it's flailing its arms around manically. Your various allies attempt to do their best, fighting back against these creatures. Larmalon manages to get a particularly impressive hit with that pickaxe, tearing open part of the chest of that plagued one. The blood within seems to run syrup slow down its chest, moving in a congealed way that doesn't make sense of how a natural wound should look. Xylus, you're up.
Well, oh shoot, Jotna is dead?
Jotna has fallen.
Alrighty, well then I will rush towards the one currently engaged with Larmalon, pulling out the Furnace Tyrant as I will attempt to bring down the hammer upon its head.
Do it to it.
With a 15.
That hits. Now, Jeff, I do feel the need to point out, you could choose to spend a Thread of Fate to do maximum damage if you'd like.
That is a tempting offer, sir, but for the moment, I will not, because I will deal 7.
Very well. 7 is enough that it drops that plague glove. The creature falls with a wet squish, and then there's a flare from the Inferno Tyrant as it has taken a life.
Larmalon, get out of here!
Jot, what are you going to do?
So we've got a few of these that have come through. Does it appear that more are trying to get through as well?
You don't know for certain.
How tall are the ceilings?
The ceilings in this area are pretty tight. It's only about 5 feet high in this spot, and then it opens up back towards the pit is, where it's about 30 feet high.
Okay.
Or, pardon me, 30 feet to get to the top of the pit.
Right. So I turn to Jira. Stay behind. Get back up. Up is better. Better than down here. Jot is about to make a mess. And I am going to fly forward. And I'm going to kind of do a... what I'd like to do is kind of do a fly over the entire barricade type situation. And if I may, I have 3 oil flasks. And I would like to drop all 3.
Oh.
Will potentially allow that. Now, keep in mind, the oil flasks are not going to inherently detonate.
Understood.
These are flasks designed to be sturdy.
Oh, so they won't even necessarily break. Okay, I knew they wouldn't detonate, but okay.
Not unless after you've like thrown them in certain areas, I can then throw acid vials on top and then melts the glass.
Well, I mean, can I reflavor that to say that I turn them over and empty the flasks onto the barricade?
There you go.
Are you going to light up the whole barricade as your plan?
I am going to pour, just as I am flying over it, I'm going to pour it over as much as I can.
I'll allow it. Feel free to use up 2 of your oil flasks for that.
Okay. And I look over to Morok. They want through. They want through. Let them come through fire.
Indeed.
I like that you look at Morok and Xylus is like, I'm right here.
Xylus has controlled fire. Ours is uncontrolled fire.
Fair enough. All right, Jot, you have made that barricade very oily. And I'm very concerned. Morok, you're up.
Hi. Can I do technically 2 things?
No.
Okay. Well, then I am going to run up to the barricade and push Hista back, and then using my lantern, light the place up.
I will give you one of those 2 things. You can either get Hista out of this cloud of smoke bomb, where they are kind of flailing their arms, or you can light up the barricade.
Okay, well, how close are they to the barricade? Like, because on here, it looks like they're fairly close, but I'm not sure if they're in the danger zone or not.
Probably in the danger zone.
Okay, I will push Hista back.
Okay. Feel free to... All right, you push Hista out of the way.
Stay behind me. Things are about to get hot.
She nods and coughs and is trying to fan all of this smoke away from her face.
Mm-hmm.
Drell.
Nope, we should keep firing at plagued ones. I'm going to keep firing. So let's see. I'm going to... I guess I'm going to fire at the one that's closest to me. 15 plus 1, 16 total.
That's a hit. Roll some damage.
6 damage.
Hell yeah.
It's about time. And then I'm noticing a distinct lack of meat shield between me and the plagued ones. So I'm just going to move up
So
here.
you kind of scooching backwards.
Just put more people between me and them.
Mm-hmm. Reasonable.
The
Death cap.
He's going to keep going at the guy that's right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Death Cap is cutie.
Actually, no. He's going to basically... He'll move in between the rest of these, and he'll attack the one I hit.
Okay, so the one that has an arrow sticking out of it.
Yeah. Oh. That's an 11.
Okay. It swings its meaty little fists, but unfortunately, it just doesn't connect.
Dang it.
Bill, could you roll a d4 for me?
Sure. Oh, that's a 1.
Honestly, not bad for you. You see that arrow partially dislodge as thick mushrooms and some kind of material and reddish plates begin growing out of the skin of that plagued one, and it regenerates, but only 1 point.
Fascinating.
And then they attack.
Oh, less fascinating.
I told you fire was the answer!
I'm getting to it.
Hannah, would you make a... I was paying attention to too many things at once. Hannah, would you roll a agility check?
Yes, I can. 5.
That's going to be a miss.
Yeah.
Do you have any armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Leather armor.
All right, I believe that's 1d2.
Yes.
All right, so the plagued one leaps upon you and begins ripping into you with its teeth. You take 3 points of damage that get through your armor.
Okay.
And would you make a toughness test for me?
Okay. 12.
Okay. All right, and Bill, they begin attacking the death cap. Can
my
you give
little
me
guy.
3 agility rolls?
Sure thing. First one. Oh, that's a fail. That's a 2. Wow, that's another 2. And that's a 14.
Okay. One of them gets dodged. Unfortunately, the other 2 hit. The death cap takes 6 total points of damage as these creatures begin ripping and tearing into it, pulling out gobbets of flesh and just eating them.
Oof.
Hobbits is a good word.
Thanks.
My poor little guy.
The various folk are up and begin making a tactical retreat. They do their best to take attacks and swings at these creatures before they depart.
I call out to them, trying to get any of them to light the damn oil.
None of them have lanterns. There is one that is near it, but you all have kept telling them over and over again, get away and get back. So the 3 remaining folk are edging backwards towards the ladder. However, I've got good news. The Master of Fire is up. Xylith.
Yay!
Damn it, Jot. Light the fire yourself, and I'm going to bring the hammer down upon this plagued one in front of me. Unfortunately, that will be a 9, but I can use my, I think, last thread of fate. Right, I had 2 of them. One I used last time.
I believe so.
To add a +3 to make this a 12.
So it can, important note, it is not it adds a +3, it can subtract 4 from the difficulty.
Oh, okay. Then I would like to reduce the difficulty to my levels.
And with that, you hit, which is
Alright.
very good, because otherwise you'd be taking damage from your weapon.
It's true. Now, 1 second here. I don't know if everything got copied over. I apologize. I forgot to pull up the PDF of the penguin. Do I do any extra damage because I killed the guy last turn?
You do. You super do.
Perfect. That's what I remember.
Yep. So you will actually do an additional 1d6 fire damage.
Excellent. Then I will smash down upon this creature for 8 for max damage, plus an additional 4 points of fire damage.
Hell yeah. That creature just burns. There is no screaming, there is no guttural sound. There is just the purification of fire.
And it tumbles back, right? It totally tumbles backwards.
Phoenix, roll a d6, and we will use that to determine what direction it tumbles in.
May the dice gods bless
It's a
us
6.
upon this day. Ah!
All right. Based on... Now, Hannah, I don't think you actually want to be dancing on that one.
I'm in the danger zone, but I'm tough.
So it goes stumbling back into the smoke cloud. I just used clock system. I should have honestly just had you roll a d12, but it goes stumbling backwards into the smoke cloud, adding its burning smoke to what Jot left behind.
The dice gods have forsaken us on this day.
And Phoenix, remind me, how long was that smoke cloud going to remain there?
4 rounds.
Okay, great. We still got 2 more rounds of smoke. Jot, you are up.
So I have flown over, dropped all of this oil, and just this entire time, someone light it, light it, light it, light it.
I've been trying.
Not hard enough. Jot will do it. And I will then just go ahead and fly over and light it and try to fly back to safety.
Sounds good. Make a presence roll
Presence.
for a ranged attack.
Oh, boy. Why is it so hard to light an oil-soaked barricade? That's a total of 6.
So Jot kind of does a low dive bomb heading towards this oil-soaked barricade. And just as the lantern is about to leave your hand, one of the plagued ones turns and lunges at you, mouth open. And you're forced to flap backwards and don't have a good angle of attack.
There's a pushing the roll system, is there not?
There is spending a thread of fate to reroll or dropping the difficulty by 4.
Okay, so dropping it by 4 isn't going to be enough, and I only have 1 thread of fate. I really want this to burn. I will go ahead and spend it.
Do it. Reroll it.
Implore the Dark Ones to help you burn it, Phoenix.
That is a natural 12 for 13.
All right. It goes up in flames.
Burn!
And I just am flying back, cackling, as everything goes up in flames. And I make my way to the back. I check on Jira, make sure that hopefully she is getting back up the pit. And,
There is a whoosh of flame. The darkness is pushed back in all directions. Morok, you can feel just this wave of heat roll over you as this oil-soaked barricade made of various bits of wood suddenly is engulfed in flames.
That will do it.
And speaking of Morok, you're up.
Well, since now that this is on fire, my original goal, I am now going to set my sights on eliminating the rest of these plagued ones that have made it past.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to rush over here, flail out and swinging, and try to smash it into its mushroomy, fungusy face.
Do it.
All right. 7.
A 7 will not hit.
Do I spend a thread of fate? Do I? Herg. Not yet. So I only
Okay.
have 1 left.
Gotta save it for the right time.
Yes.
Drell.
Looks like Marok's gone down to join the fray down there, but there is the one up here. I'm going to take the shot at the one that's suddenly up here, closer to Jot and I.
That plagued one who had come stumbling out of the smoke cloud.
Yeah, I don't like that one. I don't like them being near me at all. So I will take a shot. 13 plus 1 for a 14.
That hits. Roll your damage.
5.
Okay, that is just enough. The creature kind of rears backwards, and Drell manages to get a thunk arrow right in its heart. The creature kind of stumbles and then falls dead.
Wait, what? You said 5 was just... No, there's 1 HP left, right?
No, it's just dead. Bill, you've just done a kill. All right, and the death cap is up. It is surrounded by plagued ones.
He's going to keep swinging at the one that Drell instructed him to. Mm-hmm. So that is an 18.
That will hit.
That is a 2, but because of the fungal touch, that allows him to heal at least 1. He's getting slightly better.
So it batters against that plagued one, who goes stumbling backwards, but is not yet dead.
Yeah, that's it. He's just going to hang out there.
Perfect. And Jeff, would you roll me a d4?
Absolutely. 4.
Marvelous. So, Xylus looks over and sees these creatures recovering at an alarming rate. Other than the ones that he has successfully attacked, or the ones that are definitively dead, they seem to be recovering from their injuries very quickly. One of them goes lunging at Xylus. Would you like to make an agility test to dodge this hit?
I do. I rolled a 12 for an 11.
Okay, and unfortunately you do actually need a 14 to pass that on account of your big clanky armor. So, no go. However, you do still get armor.
I have hardened plates that will reduce this damage by a d4, which will be 2.
Okay, 1 damage does still get through. Would you roll a toughness check for me?
I rolled a 17 with an 18 total.
Alright, great. And Bill, since it's been going so well for them so far, they will keep ripping at the death cap. Give me 2 agility tests.
That is a 15. That is an 8.
Okay. So one of them does successfully hit it for a point of damage.
He just healed that. Come on.
This is a weird, sad fight that is happening between mushroom men.
The mushroom wars have begun again.
It's true. The folk continue to run backwards, trying to get out of the danger, and are headed for that ladder. Xylus.
I look at the one in front of me that just bit me, and that was a poor choice. I will smash it in the face with a 19 to hit.
That hits.
The monster will enjoy 6 points of physical with an additional 1 point of fire.
Okay. It looks grievously hurt, and is on its last legs. But
Morok, finish it off!
Jot.
I will try.
I am. So first thing I want to do actually is to check on Jira. Has she started making her way up the pit?
Her wings are badly hurt, so she's not able to fly. But she is climbing up that ladder.
I have a feeling this is a system that doesn't reward heroism real well. But, so I am going to, since Darrell is right there next to me, I will hand him my last oil flask, and I'm going to head up and try to help Jira up the pit.
Okay. Well, Phoenix, as always, I am excited when you introduced opportunities to use new parts of the rules.
Well, you're welcome. See, everyone, I did that for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Totally intentionally.
Because you and Jira are forced to flee into the dark. And whenever you are outside of the light, the darkness will scheme. Now, Phoenix, are you going to risk doing that?
So I do have... Okay.
Oh, you have a lantern, don't you? Or no, you don't.
I do have a lantern. Did the lantern start filled with oil, or would I have needed to use my last oil to fill it?
Let's see. The lanterns did not start filled.
Well, okay. In that case...
Is that going to change what you would do?
All it changes is that I am no longer giving it to Drell. So I will instead light up my lantern. I will put a very little, because I'm just a little guy, I put a little hand up on Drell's shoulder. Shira needs to be safe. Need to make sure. I'll be back if I can. And I will light up the lantern, and again, now I will try helping Jira up the pit.
Okay. Morok.
I will try the flail again on this badly hurt one.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully everything goes well. 12.
That is enough. You swing this flail underhand, hitting the creature right in the jaw, sending some teeth flying out. And it goes stumbling back into the burning barricade, catching fire, and is consumed in flame.
Morok nods, very satisfied with this cleansing of fire.
Well done.
Thanks.
Drell, what are you going to do?
I resume attacking the one that I hit before next to my little guy.
Mm-hmm.
I will continue to miss, though. That is a 5.
All right. That arrow goes just careening off into the dark.
Yeah, well, I will just keep some distance, but make sure Xylus or Morok are between us. And then, I'll have my little guy just keep attacking him. Okay, that is a 16.
Okay.
For 6 damage.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Apparently, the Death Cap Cortege has had quite enough of this, and lunges forward at the Plague One, abandoning all manner of defense and just battering it down with strike after strike after strike, leaving just a bloodied pulp behind.
It eats some of it too. It needs to heal itself.
The final Plagued One. Were these sane creatures? They would run, but they seem to have no sense of self-preservation. They seem to just attack. Bill, can I get another agility test for your Death Cap Cortege?
That is a 14.
All right, that'll do it.
We go, little guy.
The Death Cap Cortege just barely manages to kind of pull itself away from the brutalized body on the ground as the Plagued One swings its bony fingertips and lunges and gnashes its teeth at the air. Xylus.
I'll look around here for a moment. I see that Morok is safe, that the little guy is fighting other, not little guys, but they all kind of look the same to me. Not in a mean way. I will move ahead of Morok, but before Drell, kind of blocking the path, hammer out, and start motioning for Morok. It's time to head to the ladder. We all need to get out of here. I don't think there's anything we can do for those that are left.
Morok will look at you, look at the last of the Plague Ones that, at least, what we know of at the moment is the last of the Plague Ones, and just kind of, minutely shake his head and be like,
No, all must be cleansed first. Then I shall follow.
All right, Jot.
I would ask, how are we doing on the climb?
At this point, the various folks are probably about halfway up.
How is Jira doing? Have we made it to the top?
If you are sticking close to her, then you're about halfway up the pit.
Okay. Yeah, I will just keep assisting Jira up the pit. Just up. Keep moving. Don't look down. Don't look down. Up. Anything comes behind us, it's not your problem. It's Jot's problem. Go. Climb.
All right, and Phoenix. Can I get a presence test from you? This is going to be a DR 14.
Ugh. I mean, I rolled half that, so that's a total of 8.
All right, and I think you are out of threads at this point.
I am out of my one thread.
I don't suppose you want to pray to the darkness for a success, do you?
Remind me how this works, Brian?
It's real bad. This is your desperation move. You may always choose to pray to the darkness. And if you do, you gain an immediate thread that must be used immediately.
Mhm.
You can propose an automatic success on an action in exchange for terrible, unavoidable consequences later. Or you can recover a D4 of weird.
So, what exactly was the presence roll for?
It was something you don't know. It was to notice something happening. So, effectively a perception check.
Then, no.
Okay.
Nope. I just make sure we are continuing to climb. Keep the light going. Light keeps bad things away.
All right.
And then I just turn kind of to the darkness itself. Not this one. You can't have this one. Not this one.
And Morok.
I am going to go all out for this. Again, what I at least know of is the final plague one in front of me. And I am going to grab one of my acid vials and smash it into its face.
Great. Love it.
Yes.
That will... I'll give you an option. That could either be a presence roll to throw that acid vial at it, or if you are really determined to smash it into its face, it could be a strength roll, but you will also take some damage.
I have one more in my strength. When you say some damage, would it be like half of my...
Yeah.
Okay. I can do that.
I'm being generous.
I can do that.
Very well.
I'm spending my Thread of Fate to reroll this because it was a 2, which would have been a 4.
Did you have Threads of Fate left?
I have one left.
All right, go for it.
The dice gods have forsaken me, and I only rolled one more than what I did last time.
So that's a whiff?
I fail. Yes, that's a 5 in all.
You do your best to smash that vial of acid into this creature's face, but unfortunately its unnatural motions kind of distract you, and you're just not able to get it to land.
Well, it's a good thing I have one more.
You also feel it slip out of your fingers as your hands begin to tremble. Drell.
That won't come into play later.
No, not at all.
Oh, there's one more left. Let's see what we can take this down quickly and get out of here. Not by my shots. That is a 4 for 5 total. Drell's going to finally read the writing on the wall and start making their way to the ladder.
Okay, so just trying to get out as best they can.
After this is the third-ish miss on these guys.
That sounds correct.
A lot of things are on fire. We need to get out of here. So yeah, they'll make their way following the townsfolk to make sure they're getting up first, and then we'll start.
Sounds good. Now, before your death cap cortege goes, something else happens. Jot, you are kind of flapping around Jira, keeping an eye out on things, keeping your lantern lit, and as you get towards the top of the pit, you see a creature. She is a folk, a realm, similar to Morok, but she's wrong. Her mouth and body is soaked in blood. She has 3 arms with a ripped stump where a 4th one used to be. One of those arms still has a clawed hand attached, but 2 others have mantis-like blades. And as she makes eye contact with you, she brings a small whistle shaped like a bird up to her mouth. And as she blows on that, a sound begins to emerge.
We did stuff our ears.
You did stuff your ears, but the other folk did not. Larmalar the Sunscaled, who was just about to start climbing the ladder, freezes in his tracks and begins to walk back towards the barricade. Phoenix, what is Jot going to do if he sees Jira beginning to climb back down? And I think I'm going to need a roll to resist this song. Can I get an occult roll from you, Phoenix?
Sure. Natural 20, 22.
Beans, I was really hoping to send you into danger. So, thanks to the... Yeah, I know you did roll it. Thanks to the stuffing that is in Jot's ears, he manages to avoid the strange compulsion from the prisoner's song. But the rest of the folk are not so lucky. Jot watches as Jira and the other folk from the White Forest Shrine begin staggering, almost dreamlike, back down the ladder. The sound of that whistle echoing and flowing through the cavern in a way that no other sound down here has. Their eyes are unfocused, and that creature at the top of the pit, Morgaska, looks at you with a malicious glee, and one of those sharp, mantis-like arms, with a quick flick, cuts the ladder. But we'll find out how you're going to escape next time. I suppose if you're going to escape would be more accurate, wouldn't it?
We're all gonna die.
I mean, I fly out.
I have bad news for everyone who doesn't have wings. Thank you so much, dear listener, for joining us for this sponsored episode of Fomoria. This brand new Mork Borg setting is going live on Kickstarter, and I need to play the full game. So if you haven't yet, get over to Kickstarter and sign up to back this game right now. From its amazing setting of malignant darkness, surreal caverns, and animal folk, to easy-to-play rules and absolutely fantastic artwork, you need to go and check this game out. I have been your host and game master, Brian Kershaw, from the podcast Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. Drell was played by Bill Ruska. Jot was played by Phoenix Biscop. Morok was played by Hannah Cheney. Xylus was played by Jeff, the host of the Big Campaign Stories podcast. We hope you've enjoyed this special episode of Fomoria, the spawn of the Hungering One. Writing and art for the adventure were done by the phenomenal Tanya Herrera. Graphic design was done by Johan Noor, with adventure editing by Jordan Boschman. This has been an abridged version, so if you want to see all the cool and creepy stuff we didn't get a chance to cover, go to fomoria.com and pick up a copy of the Quickstart today. This episode featured music by artist The Whaley, as well as Pete Marsh and the Bogmen from the official Fomoria soundtrack. Until next time, remember, stay in the light, because the darkness is living, watching, waiting, and it hungers. So be certain to stay in the light.